the Sefer of the generation of Yahushua HaMashiach, the son of David, the son of Avraham. Avraham begat Yitzchak, and Yitzchak begat Yaakov, and Yaakov begat Yahuda and his brethren. And Yahuda begat Peretz and Zarach of Tamar, and Peretz begat Ketzron, and Ketzron begat Aram, and Aram begat Aminadav, and Aminadav begat Nechshan, and Nechshan begat Salma, and Salma begat Boaz of Rachav, and Boaz begat Oved of Rath, and Oved begat Yishai, and Yishai begat David the king, and David the king begat Shaloma of her that had been the woman of Uriah, and Shaloma begat Rechavam, and Rechavam begat Aviyahu, and Aviyahu begat Asa, and Asa begat Yahushaphat, and Yahushaphat begat Yoram, and Yoram begat Uzziyahu, and Uzziyahu begat Yatam, and Yatam begat Akaz, and Akaz begat Yakizkiyahu, and Yakizkiyahu begat Manasseh, and Manasseh begat Aman, and Aman begat Yoshiyahu begat Yechanyahu and his brethren about the time they were carried away to Babel. And after they were brought to Babel, Yechanyahu begat Shealtiel, and Shealtiel begat Zerubbabel, and Zerubbabel begat Avihu, and Avihu begat Eliakim, and Eliakim begat Azur, and Azur begat Sadak, and Sadak begat Yokim, and Yokim begat Elaliel, and Elaliel begat Eleazar, and Eleazar begat Matan, and Matan begat Yaakov, and Yaakov begat Yosef, the father of Miriam, of whom was born Yahusha, who is called Mashiach. Hallelujah. So all the generations from Abraham to David are 14 generations, and from David until the carrying away into Babel are 14 generations, and from the carrying away to Babel unto Mashiach are 14 generations. Now the birth of Yahushua HaMashiach was on this wise, when as his mother Miriam was espoused to Yosef, before they came together, she was found with child of the Ruach HaKodesh. Then Yosef, her man, being a just man, and not willing to make her a public example, was minded to put her away privily. But while he thought on these things, behold, the angel of Yah appeared to him in a dream, saying, Yosef, son of David, fear not to take unto you Miriam your woman, for that which is conceived in her is of the Ruach HaKodesh, and was decreed from the beginning to the end, everything in between. And she shall bring forth a son, and you shall call his name Yahusha, for he shall save his people from their sins. Now all this was done, that it might be fulfilled which was spoken of Yah by the prophet, saying, Behold, a virgin shall be with child, and shall bring forth a son, and they shall call the name of the same Emmanuel, or Emmanuel, which being interpreted is El is with me. It's also found in 7:14 in a prophecy of Isaiah. That's the prophet he was talking about, which spoke it. Isaiah 7:14. And in Matthew 21:9, he is called Hosanna. Hosanna. Yahuwah saves. And when they drew nigh unto Jerusalem, and were come to Bethpag, unto the Mount of Olives. This is Matthew 21. Matthew 21. So when they drew nigh unto Jerusalem, and were come to Bethpag, unto the Mount of Olives, then sent Yahusha two Talmudim, saying unto them, Go into the village over against you, and straightway ye shall find an ass tied, and a colt with her. Loose them and bring them unto me. And if any man say aught unto you, ye shall say, Adonai has need of them, and straightway he will send them. All this was done that it might be fulfilled which was spoken by the prophet, saying, Tell ye the daughter of Sion, Behold, your king comes unto you, meek and sitting upon an ass, a colt, the foal of an ass. That's in Zechariah 9:9. And the Talmudim went and did as Yahusha commanded them, and brought the ass and the colt, and put on them their clothes, that they may sit him thereon. And a very great multitude spread their garments in the way. Others cut down branches from the trees and strawed them in the way. And the multitudes that went before and followed cried, saying, Yahushana, save us. Yahuwah, save us. To the Son of David. Blessed is he who comes in the name of Yah. Hosanna in the highest. And when he was come into Jerusalem, all the city was moved, saying, Who is this? And the multitude said, This is Yahusha, the prophet of Nazareth of Galilee. And Yahusha went into the temple of Elohim, and cast out all of them that sold and bought in the temple, and overthrew the tables of the money changers, and the seats of them that sold doves, and said unto them, It is written, My house shall be called the house of prayer, but ye have made it into a den of thieves. And the blind and the lame came to him in the temple, and he healed them. And when the chief priests and the scribes saw the wonderful things that he did, the children crying in the temple and saying, Hosanna to the Son of David, they were sore displeased. Verse 15 again. And when the chief priests and the scribes saw the wonderful things that he did, and the children crying in the temple and saying, Hosanna to the Son of David, they were sore displeased. And he said unto them, Hear you what these say? And Yahusha said unto them, Yea, have you never read? Out of the mouths of babes and sucklings you have perfected praise. And he left them and went out of the city into Bethany, and he lodged there. Now in the morning, as he returned into the city, he hungered. And when he saw a fig tree in the way, he came to it and found nothing thereon but leaves only, and said unto it, Let no fruit grow on you henceforward forever. And presently the fig tree withered away. And when the Talmudim saw it, they marveled, saying, How soon is the fig tree withered away? And Yahusha answered and said unto them, I say unto you, if ye have faith and doubt not, ye shall not only do this which is done to the fig tree, but also, if ye shall say unto this mountain, Be removed and be cast into the sea, it shall be done. And all things whatsoever ye ask in prayer, believing, ye shall receive. And when he was come into the temple, the chief priests and the elders of the people came unto him as he was teaching, and said, By what authority do you these things? And who gave you this authority? And Yahusha answered and said unto them, I also will ask you one thing, which if ye tell me, I and likewise will tell you by what authority I do these things. The baptism of Yahuchanan, whence was it? From heaven or of men? And they reasoned with themselves, saying, If we shall say from heaven, then he will say unto us, Why did ye believe them not then? But if we shall say of men, we fear the people, for all hold Yahuchanan as a prophet. I'm going to read verse 25 again. The baptism of Yahuchanan, from whence did it come? From heaven or from men? And the chief priests and the Pharisees and the scribes reasoned within themselves, saying, If we say from heaven, then he will say unto us, Why then do you not believe him? But if we say of men, we fear the people, for all hold Yahuchanan as a prophet. And they answered Yahusha and said, We cannot tell. And Yahusha said unto them, Neither tell I you by what authority I do these things. But what think ye? A certain man had 2 sons, and he came to the first and said, Son, go do the work today in my vineyard. He answered and said, I will not. But afterward he repented and went. And he came to the second and said likewise. And he answered and said, I go, sir. But he went not. Whether of them 2 did the will of his father? And they say unto him, The first. And Yahusha said unto them, I say unto you that the publicans and the harlots go into the kingdom of Elohim before you. Experts of the law. Geniuses of the law. For Yahuchanan came unto you in the way of righteousness, and ye believed him not. But the publicans and the harlots believed him. And ye, when ye had seen it, repented not afterward that ye might believe him. Hear another parable. There was a certain householder who planted a vineyard and hedged it round about, and dug a winepress in it, and built a tower, and let it out to husbandmen, and went into a far country. And when the time of the fruit drew near, he sent his servants to the husbandmen, that they may receive the fruits of it. And the husbandman took his servants and beat one, and killed another, and stoned another. Again he sent other servants, more than the first, and they did unto them likewise. But the last of all he sent unto them his son, saying, They will reverence my son, surely they will reverence my son. But when the husbandmen saw the son, they said amongst themselves, This is the heir. Come, let us kill him, and let us seize on his inheritance. And they caught him, and cast him out of the vineyard, and slew him. And when the Adoni therefore of the vineyard comes, what will he do unto those husbandmen? They say unto him, He will miserably destroy those wicked men, and will let out his vineyard unto other husbandmen, which shall render him the fruits in their seasons. And Yahusha said unto them, Did ye never read the scriptures? The stone which the builders rejected, the same is become the head of the corner. This is Yahuwah's doing, and it is marvelous in our eyes. Therefore say I unto you, the kingdom of Elohim shall be taken from you, and given to a nation bringing forth the fruits thereof. And whosoever shall fall on this stone shall be broken. And whosoever shall fall on this stone shall be broken. But on whomsoever it shall fall, it will grind them to powder. And when the chief priests and the Parishim had heard his parables, they perceived that he spoke of them. But when they sought to lay hands on him, they feared the multitude, because they took him for a prophet. And they were afraid of the people. Zechariah 5. Then I turned and lifted up my eyes, and looked, and behold, a flying roll. And he said unto me, What do you see? And I answered, A flying roll. The length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof is 10 cubits. Then said he unto me, This is the curse that goes forth over the face of the whole earth, for every one that steals is innocent according to her. And every one that swears 7 oaths is innocent according to her. I will bring her forth, says Yahuwah Sebaot, and she shall enter into the house of the thief, and into the house of him that swears 7 oaths falsely by my name. And she shall remain in the midst of his house, and she shall finish it, its timber and its stones. And the angel that talked with me went forth and said unto me, Lift up now your eyes and see what is this that goes forth. And I said, What is it? And he said, This is the measure that goes forth. He said, Moreover, this is how they appear through all the earth. And behold, there was lifted up a disk of lead. And there a fire sits in the midst of the measure. And he said, this is wickedness. This is wickedness. And he cast it into the midst of the measure. And he cast the weight of lead upon the mouth thereof. Then I lifted up my eyes and looked, and behold, there came out two of them, the wind in their wings. For they had wings like the wings of a stork, and they lifted up their measure between the earth and the heavens. Then I said to the angel that talked with me, where are they causing the measure to go? And he said unto me, to build it a house in the land of Shinar. And it shall be established and set there upon her own base. And I turned and lifted up my eyes and looked, and behold, there came 4 chariots out from between 2 mountains, and the mountains were mountains of brass. That's interesting. 635. Copper, or the red of the serpent's mouth. In the first chariot were red horses, and in the second chariot were black horses, and in the third chariot white horses, and in the fourth chariot spotted and bay horses. Then I answered and said unto the angel that talked with me, what are these, my Adoni? And the angel answered and said unto me, these are the 4 ruachot of the heavens, which go forth from standing before the Adonai of all the earth. The black horses, which are therein, go forth into the north country, and the white go forth after them, and the spotted go forth to the south country. And the bay went forth, and sought to go that they might walk to and fro through the earth. And he said, get hence, walk to and fro through the earth. So they walked to and fro through the earth. Then cried he unto me, and spoke unto me, saying, behold, these that go toward the north country have quieted my ruach in the north country. Oh. And the word of Yahuwah came unto me, saying, take of them the captivity of Keldai, of Toviyahu, and of Yedayah, which are come from Babel, and come you the same day, and go into the house of Yoshiyahu, the son of Zephaniah. Then take silver and gold and make crowns, and set them upon the head of Yahusha, the son of Yahutsadak, the high priest, and speak unto him, saying, thus speaks Yahuwah Sebaot, saying, behold the man whose name is the branch. He shall grow up out of this place, and he shall build the temple of Yahuwah. Even he shall build the temple of Yahuwah, and he shall bear the glory, and shall sit and rule upon his throne, and he shall be a priest upon his throne. And the counsel of peace shall be between them both. And the crown shall be to Helene, and to Toviyahu, and to Yedayah, and to Ken the son of Zephaniah, for a memorial in the temple of Yahuwah. And they that are far off shall come and build in the temple of Yahuwah. And ye shall know that Yahuwah Sebaot has sent me unto you. And this shall come to pass if ye will diligently obey the voice of Yahuwah Elohim. And it came to pass in the 4th year of King Darivayavesh that the word of Yahuwah came unto Zechariah in the 4th day of the 9th month, even to Siklev or Kislev, when they had sent unto the house of El Sharester and Regem Melech and their men to pray before Yahuwah, and to seek unto the priests which were of the house of Yahuwah Sabaoth, and to the prophets, saying, Should I weep in the 5th month, separating myself as I have done these so many years? Then the word of Yahuwah Sabaoth came unto me, saying, Speak unto all the people of the land and the priests, saying, When ye fasted and mourned in the 5th and 7th month, even those 70 years, did ye at all fast unto me, even to me? And when ye did eat, and when ye did drink, and when ye did not eat for yourselves and drink for yourselves, should ye not hear the words which Yahuwah has cried by the former prophets, when Jerusalem was inhabited and in prosperity, and in the cities thereof round about her, and when men inhabited the Negev and the plain? And the word of Yahuwah came unto Zechariah, saying, Thus speaks Yahuwah Sabaoth, saying, Execute true judgment, and show mercy and compassions every man to his brother, and oppress not the widow, nor the fatherless, the stranger, nor the poor, and let none of you imagine evil against his brother in your heart. But they refused to hearken, and pulled away their shoulder, and stopped their ears that they should not hear. Yea, they made their hearts as an adamant stone, lest they should hear the Torah and the words which Yahuwah Sabaoth has sent in his Ruach by the former prophets. Therefore came a great wrath from Yahuwah Sabaoth. Therefore it has come to pass that as he cried, and they would not hear, so they cried, and I would not hear, says Yahuwah Sabaoth. But I scattered them with the whirlwind among the nations whom they knew not. Thus the land was desolate after them, and no man passed through or returned, for they laid the pleasant land desolate. Again the word of Yahuwah Sabaoth came to me, saying, Thus says Yahuwah Sabaoth, I was jealous for Sion with great jealousy, and I was jealous for her with great fury. Thus says Yahuwah, I am returned unto Sion, and will dwell in the midst of Jerusalem, and Jerusalem shall be called a city of truth, and the mountain of Yahuwah Sabaoth, the holy mountain. And thus says Yahuwah Sabaoth, there shall yet old men and old women dwell in the streets of Jerusalem, and every man with his staff in his hand for very age. And the streets of the city shall be full of boys and girls playing in the streets thereof. Thus says Yahuwah Sabaoth, if it be marvelous in the eyes of the remnant of his people in these days, should it also be marvelous in my eyes? Says Yahuwah Sabaoth. Thus says Yahuwah Sabaoth, behold, I will save my people from the east country and from the west country, and I will bring them, and they shall dwell in the midst of Jerusalem. And they shall be my people, and I will be their Elohim in truth and in righteousness. Thus says Yahuwah Sabaoth, let your hands be strong, ye that hear in these days these words by the mouth of the prophets, which were in the day that the foundation of the house of Yahuwah Sabaoth was laid, that the temple might be built. For before these days there was no hire for man, nor hire for beasts, neither was there any peace to him that went out or came in because of the affliction. For I set all men, every one against his neighbor. But now I will not be unto the remnant of this people as in the former days, says Yahuwah Sabaoth. For the seed shall be prosperous. The vine shall give her fruit, and the ground shall give her increase, and the heavens shall give their dew. And I will cause the remnant of this people to possess all these things. And it shall come to pass that as ye were a curse among the heathen, O house of Yahudah and house of Yasharel, so will I save you, and ye shall be a blessing. Fear not, but let your hands be strong. For thus says Yahuwah Sabaoth, as I thought to punish you when your fathers provoked me to wrath, says Yahuwah Sabaoth, and I repented not. So again have I thought in these days to do well unto Yerushalayim and to the house of Yahudah. Fear ye not. These are the things that ye shall do. 16. Zechariah 8:16. These are the things that ye shall do. Speak ye every man the truth to his neighbor. Execute the judgment of truth and peace in your gates. And let none of you imagine evil in your hearts against your neighbor. And love no false oath. For all these things that I hate, says Yahuwah. And the word of Yahuwah Sabaoth came unto me, saying, Thus says Yahuwah Sabaoth, the fast of the 4th month, and the fast of the 5th, and the fast of the 7th, and the fast of the 10th shall be to the house of Yahudah joy and gladness and cheerful feast. Therefore love the truth and peace. Thus says Yahuwah Sabaoth, it shall come to pass that there shall come people and inhabitants of many cities, and the inhabitants of one city shall go to another, saying, Let us go speedily to pray before Yahuwah, and to seek Yahuwah Sabaoth. I will go also. Yea, many people and strong nations shall come to seek Yahuwah Sabaoth in Yerushalayim and to pray before Yahuwah. Thus says Yahuwah Sabaoth, in those days it shall come to pass that 10 men shall take hold out of all languages of the nations, even shall take hold of the skirt of him that is a Yahudi, saying, We will go with you, for we have heard that Elohim is with you. Hallelujah. All praises to Yahuwah. Hallelujah, Yahuwah. Zechariah 5 through 9. 5 through 8. Lamentations. Eleven 82. I knew it was in the 1100s. Lamentations 1. How the city sits solitary, that was full of people. How is she become as a widow? She that was great among the nations and princes among the provinces. How is she become tributary? She weeps sore in the night, and her tears are on her cheeks. Among all her lovers, she has none to comfort her. All her friends have dealt treacherously with her, and they are become her enemies. Yahuda is gone into captivity because of affliction and because of great servitude. She dwells among the heathen. She finds no rest. All her persecutors overtook her between the straits. The ways of Sion do mourn, because none come to the solemn feast. All her gates are desolate. Her priests sigh. Her virgins are afflicted, and she is in bitterness. Her adversaries are the chief. Her enemies prosper, for Yahuwah has afflicted her for the multitude of her transgressions. Her children are gone into captivity before the enemy. And from the daughter of Sion, all her beauty is departed. Her princes are become like deer that find no pleasure, and they are gone without strength before the pursuer. Yerushalayim remembered in the days of her affliction and of her miseries all her pleasant things that she had in the days of old, when her people fell into the hands of the enemy, and none did help her. The adversaries saw her and did mock at her Sabbaths. Yerushalayim has grievously sinned, therefore she is removed. All that honored her despise her, because they have seen her nakedness. Yea, she sighs and turns backward. Her filthiness is in her skirts. She remembers not her last end. Therefore she came down wonderfully, and she had no comforter. O Yahuwah, behold my affliction, for the enemy has magnified himself. The adversary has spread out his hand upon all her pleasant things, for she has seen that the heathen entered into her sanctuary, whom you did command that they should not enter into your assembly. All her people sigh. They seek bread. They have given her pleasant things for meat to relieve the soul. O Yahuwah, and consider, for I am become vile. Is it nothing to you, all ye that pass by? Behold and see, if there be any sorrow like unto my sorrow, which is done unto me, wherewith Yahuwah has afflicted me in the day of his fierce anger. From above has he sent fire into my bones, and it prevails against them. He has spread a net for my feet. He has turned me back. He has made me desolate and faint all the day. The yoke of my transgressions is bound by his hand. They are wreathed and come up upon my neck. He has made my strength to fall. Adonai has delivered me into their hands, from whom I am not able to rise up. Adonai has trodden underfoot all my mighty men in the midst of me. He has called an assembly against me to crush my men. Adonai has trodden the virgin, the daughter of Yahuda, as in a winepress. For these things I weep. My eye runs down with water, because the comforter that should relieve my soul is far from me. My children are desolate, because the enemy prevailed. Sion spread forth her hand, and there is none to comfort her. Yahuwah has commanded concerning Yaakov that his adversaries should be round about him. Yerushalayim is as a menstruous woman among them. Yahuwah is righteous, for I have rebelled against his commandment. Hear, I pray you, all people, and behold my sorrow. My virgins and my young men are gone into captivity. I called for my lovers, but they deceived me. My priests and my elders gave up the ruach in the city, while they sought their meat to relieve their souls. Behold, O Yahuwah, for I am in distress. My bowels are troubled, my heart is turned within me, for I have grievously rebelled. Abroad the sword bereaves, at home there is as death. They have heard that I sigh, there is none to comfort me. All my enemies have heard of my trouble, they are glad that you have done it. You will bring the day that you have called, and they shall be like unto me. Let all their wickedness come before you, and do unto them as you have done unto me for all my transgressions. For my sighs are many, and my heart is faint. One second. Jubilees 1. Jubilees 1. And it came to pass in the first year of the exodus of the children of Yasharel out of Mizraim, in the 3rd month, on the 16th day of the month, that Elohim spoke to Moshe, saying, Come up to me on the mount, and I will give you 2 sapphire stones of the Torah and of the commandment which I have written, that you may teach them. And Moshe went up into the mount of Elohim, and the glory of Yahuwah abode on Mount Sinai, and a cloud overshadowed it 6 days. And he called to Moshe on the 7th day out of the midst of the cloud. And the appearance of the glory of Yahuwah was like a flaming fire on the top of the mount. And Moshe was on the mount 40 days and 40 nights. And Elohim taught him the earlier and the latter history of the division of all the days of the Torah and of the testimony. And he said, Incline your heart to every word which I shall speak to you on this mount, and write them in a sefer, in order that their generations may see how I have not forsaken them, for all the evil which they have wrought in transgressing the covenant which I established between me and you for their generations this day on Mount Sinai. And thus it will come to pass that all these things come upon them, And they will recognize that I am more righteous than they in all their judgments and in all their actions, and they will recognize that I have been truly with them. And do you write for yourself all these words which I declare unto you this day. For I know their rebellion and their stiff neck, before I bring them into the land which I swore to their fathers, to Abraham and to Yitzchak and to Yaakov, saying, unto your seed will I give a land flowing with milk and honey. And they will eat and be satisfied, and they will turn to strange Elohim, to Elohim which cannot deliver them from out of their tribulation. And this witness shall be heard for a witness against them. For they will forget all my commandments, even all that I command them, and they will walk after the other nations, and after their uncleanness, and after their shame. And I will serve, and they will serve their Elohim, and these will prove unto them an offense and a tribulation and an affliction and a snare. And many will perish, and they will be taken captive and will fall into the hands of the enemy, because they have forsaken my ordinances and my covenants and the feasts of my covenant and my Shabbats and my holy place, which I have sanctified for myself in their midst, and my tabernacle and my sanctuary, which I have sanctified for myself in the midst of the land, that I should set my name upon it, and that I should dwell there. And they will make unto themselves high places, and Asherah poles, and graven images. And they will worship each his own graven image, as to go astray. And they will sacrifice their children to devils, and to all the works of the error of their hearts. And I will send witnesses unto them, that I may witness against them. But they will not hear. And I will slay, they will not hear, and will slay the witnesses also. And they will persecute those who seek the Torah. And they will abrogate and change everything, so as to work evil before my eyes. And I will hide my face from them, and I will deliver them into the hand of the other nations for captivity, and for a prey, and for devouring. And I will remove them from the midst of the land, and I will scatter them amongst the other nations. And they will forget all my Torah and all my commandments and all my judgments, and will go astray as to the new moons and the Shabbats and the feasts and the jubilees and the ordinances. And after this they will turn to me from amongst the other nations with all their heart and with all their soul and with all their strength. And I will gather them from amongst all the other nations, and they will seek me, so that I shall be found of them, when they seek me with their whole heart and with all their soul. And I will disclose to them abounding peace and righteousness, and I will remove them the plant of uprightness with all my heart and with all my soul. And they shall be for a blessing and not for a curse, and they shall be the head and not the tail. And I will build my sanctuary in their midst, and I will tabernacle with them, and I will be their Elohim, and they shall be my people in truth and righteousness. And I will not forsake them or fail them, for I am Yahuwah Elohim. And Moshe fell on his face and prayed and said, O Yahuwah Elohai, do not forsake your people and your inheritance, so that they should wander in error of their hearts. And do not deliver them into the hands of their enemies, the other nations, lest they should rule over them and cause them to sin against you. Let your mercy, O Yahuwah, be lifted up upon your people, and create in them an upright ruach, and let not the ruach of Belial rule over them, to accuse them before you, and to ensnare them from all the cycles of righteousness, so that they may perish from before your face. But they are your people and your inheritance, which you have delivered with your great power from the hands of the Mitzrayim. Create in them a clean heart and a Ruach HaKodesh, and let them not be ensnared in their sins from henceforth until eternity. And Yahuwah said unto Moshe, I know their contrariness and their thoughts and their stiff-neckedness, and they will not be obedient till they confess their own sin and the sin of their fathers. And after this they will turn to me in all uprightness and with their whole heart and with their soul, and I will circumcise the foreskin of their hearts and the foreskin of the heart of their seed. And I will create in them a Ruach HaKodesh, and I will cleanse them so that they shall not turn away from me that day until eternity. And their souls will cleave to me and to all my commandments, and they will fulfill my commandments. And I will be their father, and they shall be my children. And they all shall be called children of the living Elohim. And every angel and every Ruach shall know, yea, they shall know that these are my children, and that I am their father in uprightness and righteousness, and that I love them. And do you write down for yourself all these words which I declare unto you upon this mountain, the first and the last which shall come to pass in all the divisions of the days in the Torah, and in the testimony, and in the weeks and the jubilees unto eternity, until I descend and tabernacle with them throughout eternity. And he said to the angel of the presence, Right from Moshe, from the beginning of creation till my sanctuary has been built among them for all eternity. And Yahuwah will appear to the eyes of all, and all shall know that I am Elohim of Yasharel, and the father of all the children of Yaakov, and king on Mount Zion for all eternity. And Sion and Yerushalayim shall be holy. And the angel of the presence who went before the camp of Yasharel took the tables of the divisions of the years from the time of the creation of the Torah, and of the testimony of the weeks of jubilees, according to the individual years, according to all the numbers of the jubilees, according to the individual years, from the day of the new creation, when the heavens and earth shall be renewed, and all their creation, according to the powers of heaven, and according to all the creation of the earth, until the sanctuary of Yahuwah shall be made in Yerushalayim, on Mount Sion, and all the luminaries be renewed for healing and for peace and for blessing and for all the elect of Yasharel, and that thus it may be from that day unto all the days of the earth. Hallelujah. Shema Yasharel. Yahuwah Eloheinu, Yahuwah Echad. Uahavta Yahuwah Eloheka. V'kol levavka, v'kol nefeshka, v'kol meoka. V'ahaka l're'eka kamoka. Baruch atah Yahuwah Eloheinu. Melech ha'alom. Hashe natan lanu. Kenka. Denu emuna. Ha'ata. Dainu. Ve'et ha-kavad. Shamka dainu. Hear now and do, Yasharel. Yahuwah our Elohim. Yahuwah is one. And you shall love Yahuwah your Elohim with all your heart and with all your soul and with all yourself. And you shall love your neighbor as yourself. Blessed are you, Yahuwah our Elohim, King of all time, for giving us your grace, for it's enough. Belief in you, for it is enough, and the glory of your name, for it is enough. Thank you, Father Yahuwah, for the reading, the hearing, and the doing of your word. Thank you for your precious Son who shed his blood for us, who took the punishment for our sins upon himself, the humiliation that we deserved upon himself, the chastisement for our peace upon himself, and by his stripes we are healed. Thank you for your Ruach HaKodesh to lead us and guide us into all truth, for wisdom and understanding, for discernment, and for direction. Thank you for giving us the good sense to lay our will down before you and take on your will and do your will in this earth. Everything that you called us to do, let us do it. With all glory to you, with all honor to you, with all power to you. Thank you for forgiveness in our hearts. Thank you for daily bread. Thank you for living water. Thank you for all that you provide for us, for being our shelter, being the hedge round about us, going before us and behind us. And blessed be your children. In your mighty name, in the name of your Son Yahusha and Ruach HaKodesh, it is so. Shalom.